Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA.
Standout Properties Limited presents a real estate opportunity of a lifetime. Bloom Towers, a waterfront twin high-rise buildings of 19 and 21 stories at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean in the prestigious Oniru area, Victoria Island, Lagos. Bloom Towers is a green and smart building project consisting of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments and maisonettes, as well as 10,300 square meters available space for commercial and corporate use. Built for completion in 2027, Bloom Towers has 236 units available for sale with a starting price of 100 million naira. Lock down a unit today with a down payment of 20% and spread the balance over the next 24 months. Contact us on 080-693-47063 or 091-22-656-975.
It is a project that will bring huge return on investment.
Bloom Towers, from foundation to skyline. Ezekiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Ezekiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
As part of attempts to ensure the realization of the renewed hope agenda in the Niger Delta region, President Bola Tinubu last year appointed Dr. Samuel Ogbuku as Chief Executive Officer to lead the management of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, while Chiedu Ebie was appointed as Chairman of the Governing Board. Under the leadership of these two competent and transformational leaders, the NDDC has witnessed a turnaround in its fortunes that have led to the positive transformation of several parts of the oil-rich region. From the completion of abandoned projects to the initiation of new ones, from the reactivation of suspended social programs like the free healthcare program to the initiation of new ones like the Holistic Opportunities Program of Engagement, otherwise known as Project Hope, and many others. The intervention agency has been extremely busy in the last 8 months doing everything within its power to fulfill its mandate. The success of the Commission in the last 8 months is also due to the fact that the stakeholders were carried along every step of the way. In order for the NDDC to continue in this trajectory of success, it has proposed the highest budget of the Commission since its establishment, 1.91 trillion naira, which has already received the nod of the Nigerian Senate. In order to ensure that the funds are utilized to meet the yearnings and aspirations of the Niger Delta people, the NDDC is putting together a stakeholder summit at the Obiwale Center from the 10th to the 13th of July 2024. In the following special package, we bring to you how the management and board of the NDDC have been able to use constant interaction with stakeholders in charting a course of success for the Commission and how it hopes to continue on that trajectory.
The Niger Delta region is blessed with the black gold, crude oil, which has been the mainstay of the Nigerian economy since the mid-1950s. It, however, paradoxically suffers from the highest rates of poverty, unemployment, and infrastructure deficits in Nigeria. Despite the wealth generated from crude oil, the local communities in the Niger Delta have seen little or no benefits at all. Instead, the aftermath of unsustainable oil exploitation and exploration activities by multinational oil companies unabatedly continues to despoil the environment and strip the people of their traditional means of livelihood, which is primarily farming and fishing. However, a new era seems to be dawning, marked by the commitment and sincerity of purpose from the new crop of leadership at the foremost Nigerian interventionist agency, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. The interventionist agency was established in 2000 by the then President Olusegun Obasanjo to spearhead and coordinate the comprehensive efforts of the federal government and Niger Delta states in addressing the multifaceted challenges that have made life in the region a hard nut to crack. This includes, but is not limited to, infrastructural development to bridge the gap in essential amenities, promotion of economic activities that will lead to a rapid reduction in unemployment and poverty, and the implementation of social programs aimed at improving the quality of life for the local population, mostly across the largely backward communities. Though the NDDC in its over 20 years of operation has brought appreciable development to some communities in the region, it is still far from fulfilling its assigned mandate. To ensure positive transformation of the region and in line with its renewed hope agenda, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu last year appointed for the NDDC what has been described as a near-perfect governing board and management by most Niger Deltans. Under the guidance of the governing board led by its chairman Chiedu Ebie and managing director and chief executive officer Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, the NDDC is striving to change the stories and fortunes of the Niger Delta people for the better. In the last 8 months, the NDDC, under the leadership of the duo, have successfully completed and inaugurated many abandoned projects and initiated new ones. One of the many secret sources of this excellent board and management in successful implementation so far of this lofty and singular vision to uplift and develop underprivileged communities in the oil-rich region has been the awareness that the journey is not, has never been, and will certainly not be a solitary endeavor. Just like in music or an orchestral production, it's a symphony of diverse voices and instruments coming together with each note contributing to a harmonious masterpiece. The NDDC recognized that to truly succeed, they needed to listen to the whispers of dreams and the echoes of needs from every corner of the oil-rich Niger Delta region. They went on to hold public forums with critical stakeholders, policy makers and leaders of thought, as well as organize workshops with local groups including youth and women groups, ethnic groups and elders from the region, all to ensure that the policies, programs and projects of the Commission resonate with the pulse of the entire people in the region.
Stakeholders engagement means accountability. People will ask you questions. What did you do with this? So we are putting ourselves forward before our people for accountability. All these we are doing as prelude to the proposed Niger Delta Summit, which we are planning, which is going to come up in July this year. So in that summit, the people of the Niger Delta will have an opportunity to also discuss the future of the Niger Delta and the future of the NDDC. We will all agree if the act we have today is serving us well, or if it needs to be amended, that opportunity is going to be given to all of us.
Dr. Samuel Ogbuku was speaking on the importance of its stakeholder engagement strategy during the 6th meeting of the National Council on the Niger Delta that was held in Asaba, the Delta State capital, in April this year. In October last year, the new board and management hosted the members and executives of the Ijaw Youth Council at the corporate headquarters of the Commission in Port Harcourt. The youth group, while expressing confidence in the capacity of the current board and management, also called on the Commission to prioritize infrastructure development across the region. Following closely, members of the Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People, MOSOP, met and interacted with the management of the Commission on ways to ensure the programs and projects of the interventionist agency have a direct impact on its people.
There is no denying the fact that there is some NDC presence in Ogoniland. This presence has had little impact in the area and hereby humbly appeal for your assistance. We wish to as well request provisions of electricity in our communities, especially expressing provisions of solar power street lights.
I want to assure you people that the NDDC is willing and ready to change the narrative in the Niger Delta. But development can only come when there is peace. So we're also encouraging that the Ogoni should also support the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure that there is peace in your land.
Women were not left out of this multi-stakeholder engagement initiative of the foremost Nigerian interventionist agency, which evidently accords respect to every category of the people it was established to serve. In September last year, a coalition of women from the 9 states of the region had a parley with Dr. Ubuku and his lieutenants, where they sought a better deal for the female folks across the region. For the mothers who are obviously at the center of their homes and aware of the woes and needs of both their husbands and children, they again met with the management of the commission in May this year. This time, they called on the federal government to ensure adequate funding of the NDDC. The interventionist agency also extended this initiative to include the teeming young population in the region. In May this year, youth groups and selected opinion leaders from the region had roundtable discussions with the commission. Dr. Ubuku used the opportunity to reiterate the Commission's renewed commitment to providing lasting solutions to the multifaceted issues of youth restiveness and unemployment in the nation's oil belt. Also, the leadership of ethnic nationalities, professional leaders and religious leaders from the region, led by the chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, Senator Emmanuel Ebok Essien, had their turn with the Commission. And for the representatives of the Ishekiri ethnic group from Delta State, who also interacted with the management of the commission, the construction of the Warri-Escravos Road, which has been on the drawing board for years, was the subject of discussion.
There are, however, a few projects awarded and started by the commission which have been abandoned at some point due to one constraint or another. The Warri-Escravos Communities Road Project, completion of Ijala Community Jetty, amongst others. Most of these projects come with attendant benefits to the Shekiri, Ijo, and our Urobo neighbors.
Our target is to link Warri to Escravos.
The NDDC team has truly embraced continuous dialogue, adapting and refining their approach to the development of the region with each piece of feedback that demonstrates collective problem solving and the power of shared purpose. While all these was to properly keep the Commission abreast of the most pressing needs and challenges of the people, the Commission understood in time that relying on its income from the federal government as well as statutory 3% annual operating cost contributions of oil companies will come up short in servicing the needs of the people. The Ubuku-led management decided to go outside the box. It launched the Public-Private Partnership Initiative in a summit in Lagos last year. This initiative was thought out to bring on board major development partners willing and ready to invest in the transformation of the Niger Delta, who would team up with the interventionist agency as a reputable partner to deliver on its mandate.
Niger Delta,
This will also make room for the execution of big-ticket projects that were previously impossible. Expectedly, the Commission has witnessed an avalanche of partners from all sectors coming with their unique proposals for the development of the region. Dr. Ubuku recently disclosed that the Commission is at advanced level discussions with a number of these partners who are eager to inject their resources into the projects and programs of the Commission.
If the Niger Delta is developed, there will be peace in the Niger Delta. Once there is peace in the Niger Delta, Nigeria will be more prosperous. So we look at various ways of funding our projects in NDDC. That was what gave birth to us launching the PPP. We and LNG, they have shown lots of seriousness, of which for now, as at the last meeting we had with them, we are identifying projects which we are going to partner to ensure that yes, they complete. We have agreed on a couple of projects. We have agreed on projects like the Bonny Ring Road, like the hospital that is even across our commission here, which the commission has been building. They are also interested in completing that hospital, the orthopedic and the cardiovascular hospital. They are also interested in the Okrika-Burukri bridge and road. So they are interested in a couple of projects which we are still trying to put all of them together and ensure that we go back to work.
The stakeholders' engagement has been more than successful. What followed was the crafting of tailor-made transformational projects and the realignment of priorities on which projects the Commission should pursue for immediate impact on the people. This led to the resuscitation of the suspended NDDC free healthcare mission focused on providing quick medical attention to the medically underserved in hard-to-reach parts of the region. The team, which just concluded its first tour around the 9 states of the region, provided timely medical interventions to over 20,000 individuals. Thanks to the engagements with the youth, the holistic program of opportunities and engagement, otherwise known as Project Hope, has been scaled up to accommodate all willing youths for training and empowerment based on their specific areas of needs. Recommendations and suggestions from these stakeholder engagements have also led to the introduction of programs such as Light Up Niger Delta, which provides solar-powered streetlights across communities to ward off criminal activities. Upcoming partnerships with the Bank of Industry and the facilitation of the Niger Delta Chamber of Commerce, among other strategic collaborations, will soon provide opportunities for small-scale business owners, farmers, and other entrepreneurs in the region. In terms of physical infrastructure, we have also witnessed the completion and subsequent inauguration of several projects, some of which had been stalled for many years. These projects are now available for use by the people, demonstrating the tangible benefits of the Commission's renewed focus and commitments. Amongst these projects is the Ogbia Emakalakala Akipelai Etiama Nembe 27.5 km road, consisting of 5 bridges and 7 culverts, linking 14 riverine communities, inaugurated in May. The project was a product of partnership between the NDDC and Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC. Dr. Samuel Ubuku says the Commission will leverage such partnership to attend to the Warri-Escravos Road.
We are very, very committed to ensuring that we partner in completing that road, because that is a major road that will also complement the President's plan of the coastal road, because that is the only way Warri can be linked to the coastal road. And once Warri is linked to the coastal road, which Mr. President is constructing, that is when we in the Niger Delta can benefit from the blue economy. Because since most of our major cities are cut off from the coastal road, there is no one can benefit from the blue economy. So right now, since Mr. President has initiated the coastal road, what we are also looking at as a commission here is to also redesign our master plan for roads to ensure that every major road we want to construct also has a link and connection to the coastal road.
The Commission also completed and inaugurated the Iko, Atabrikan, Akata, Opolom, Ikotewang, Okurutip and Iwochang 6.7 km road and 600 meter bridge linking 20 communities in Ibeno local government of Akwa Ibom State. Others are the 9 km Obehi Okekpe road in Okwa West local government area of Abia State, linking Abia and Akwa Ibom State, and the Okitikpukpa Power Station, inaugurated on May 22, 2024, powering 5 local government areas and hundreds of communities in Ondo South Senatorial District. The Amofi substation in Edo State was inaugurated on May 20, 2024. It consists of a 1x15 MVA 3311 kVA injection substation that delivers electricity to 5 communities. A noteworthy offshoot of these engagements is the partnership with the Rivers State government to revamp its ICT center for cutting-edge tech training for the youths. Additionally, there are ongoing efforts to complete the Okrika-Borokiri Road and construct 3 emergency shelters, each with a capacity for 2,000 people in Bayelsa, Rivers and Delta states. In response to the expectations and aspirations of stakeholders in the region, the Commission for the first time proposed a budget of 1.911 trillion naira, which has already received the nod of the Nigerian Senate. This ambitious budget aims to complete critical projects with a direct impact on the people, in line with the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. This also signals a departure from the transactional mode of operation to transformational service delivery for sustainable development. The Commission is now focused on creating long-term impactful changes that will foster lasting growth and prosperity in the region. Preparatory to the task ahead, the Commission has decided to bring together critical development stakeholders across the region under one umbrella for a regional summit to hold from July 10th to July 13th, 2024 at the Obiwali International Conference Center, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. This summit will focus on charting new frontiers for the Commission and the people of the Niger Delta. This gathering, which is expected to pull together over 1,000 participants from all walks of life in the region, including political leaders, development experts, religious and traditional leaders, youths and women from all ethnic divides, is tagged Renewed Hope for Sustainable Development of the Niger Delta.
Mr. President cannot be talking about Renewed Hope agenda and his plans for the people of the Niger Delta without we engaging the people for us to sit down under one roof, discuss Mr. President's plans, his agenda, and for the people to also make inputs where necessary. Because the plan for Renewed Hope has to be tailor-made. Tailor-made in the sense that the people must also participate in this process. The democracy we're running, it is a participatory democracy where you must bring the leadership and the followers together for understanding. However, this is the reason why we in NDDC are holding the Stakeholders Summit tagged Renewed Hope for Sustainable Development.
Expected dignitaries at the event include the President and First Lady, alongside prominent figures such as former President Goodluck Jonathan and Chief Edwin Clark. The gathering will also see the attendance of governors of the region, ministers, permanent secretaries, and past leaders of the NDDC. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio is also expected to grace the occasion as chief host, while foremost Niger Delta leader Chief Edwin Clark will be father of the day. Professor of Comparative Politics and former Vice Chancellor of Igbinidion University, Okada, Edo State, Professor Egbusa Osagari, who is currently Director General of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, will deliver the keynote address, while Chairman of Hares Holdings, Dr. Tony Elumelu, an economist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, will be the lead presenter at the 3-day Niger Delta Stakeholders Summit. The obvious success in the harvest of projects and programs seen in the last 8 months across largely underdeveloped communities in the Niger Delta region is a testament to the fact that indeed the path of greatness is paved with collaboration and inclusion. Mr. President, in his Renewed Hope agenda, has made it clear that he is committed to giving the Niger Delta region, which is the goose that lays the golden egg, the much needed attention to bring about swift and rapid transformation. The NDDC has since aligned itself with this vision, demonstrating a renewed resolve that lies at the core of the forthcoming Niger Delta Stakeholders Summits. The aim is to ensure that the people are fully informed about Mr. President's plans and also secure their collective buy-in for sustainable peace and development in the region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region, will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.